Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown.
It's
Here
a
comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, Mike the Wicked Dick back here. Welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast with my man Joey Shakes. Joey, what's happening, man?
What's going on is we have less than a week left till Eagles
Less than a
football,
week.
bro. It's already here. Yeah.
I cannot wait. Unfortunately, I still don't like the idea that we're playing on Friday, but it is what it is. You know what I
It is
mean?
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody in the chat? Leon Banks is here. Philly 500's House of Mouse Club. What's going on?
The legend.
Cosmo Kramer, my man. What's happening, my man? Eagles has landed. Bleeding Kelly Green, Little G Griffith, J Dog, Nuke, Robert, Van Shan Taylor, Jameson Smith, and everybody here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Man, and I guess we should jump right into it. Where we kind of left off was what were your final thoughts on the 53-man roster that occurred?
Yeah, I mean, you only kept 3 running backs. We didn't know if they were keeping a 4th, so it looks like they did keep the main 3 as of right now. I mean, I think the biggest surprise, I would have to say, I think Thomas Booker making it at the D tackle spot, keeping 6 defensive tackles. We talked about him. You said, man, he's always around the football. He's always making plays. And, I guess I'm guessing he had a lot of attention, which was great. We were really nervous, that they were keeping only 2 tight ends on the roster. And we're like, what are they doing? Keep a 3rd. But you said it last week. You said, they'll put EJ Jenkins through the waiver claim. Hopefully no one's going to pick him up, and no one did, which is great. So they did sign Jack Stahl to the practice squad as well. Right. So you have him coming back is huge for us, definitely. Is it enough? I don't know. We have questions at safety. We have questions at safety when it comes to depth. We have questions with, we'll talk about it more in this stream. But the final 53 to me was pretty good. Obviously, you signed Nick Gates. You didn't have a backup center in the final 53 when it first came out. Now with Brett Toth on the practice squad now, so now you have a couple backups to center and guard now on top of Traeger Keegan and Becton with Tyler Steen and stuff like that. So I think it was fine. I didn't really have any big issues with it besides for those couple things. So
I guess for the most part. I felt the same way. Initially, it was like a little surprising when they cut Paris Campbell. But then they were able to bring him back, so that was fine. These cats are acting crazy. They're like kicking each other. But it's like, I guess for the most part, I'm okay with it. I did look at the unofficial depth chart now yesterday that came out. And it was interesting because they put Avonte Maddox at the safety. He's a backup safety. And then you have Cooper DeJean is backing up Q. So you have 2 rookies in the slot. I think it's only a matter of time before Quinyon Mitchell ends up on the outside and DeJean takes over that slot position. I do.
Yeah, I mean, in the future, I mean, that's what you're kind of thinking right now. Where Cooper DeJean, like, where are they going to move him? And this could mean a lot of different things. Obviously, with the James Bradbury injury, which we'll probably talk about, and what it means for that position, because things are going to change. Like he's finally, he's full in practice, and he's only played outside inside as of right now. So I mean, as a second team nickel as of right now. So we'll see what happens in their future. They might put somewhere else. We'll see.
Right, absolutely. Skid Marks, what's going on, my man? Thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, hello, fella Eagle fan. Hello, fellas, Philly, 33-17. 33-17, man. Dude, if they go 33-17, I am going to be insufferable to Dallas Cowboy fans. If we go out there and hold them to 17 points, that would be great. That would be great. Slag and throw, what's going on? He goes, you big, beautiful mother humpers. Good afternoon from down south. How you doing, 500, Joey? How's the wives? They're
all taken care
of. He's all. I mean, what a man! They're all taken care of. Job done. Now he can talk football. Man, yeah. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Now they did pick up. I can't remember his name, but they did pick up a wide receiver from Washington. The Eagles,
that guy's name I can't say.
Wide receiver.
Yeah,
but I mean, it sounds like he's got. It was really a steal because everything I was reading from like the Washington media was that they thought he was going to get through waivers, that they were not expecting him to get picked up, and they thought they were going to get him and stash him, and the Eagles kind of stole him.
Probably be the better contested catcher than Joseph Nagata since he's not on the practice squad anymore. So, I mean, the Nagata's just not – he just gets no separation. And his contested catching, it's not – he's too slow and he's not consistent with his catching. I mean, and he's got a mental thing. He's got A.J. Brown, making sure he's not going too much emotionally. So, it's we'll see what this kid's got, future piece. So, we'll see.
Yeah. Petey Taz's first shakedown before the first game. Let's go on pumped. I guess what next week we'll have the Friday game, post game, and then Saturday show. Is that how we're going to do it?
We could do that.
I mean, we can figure it out. Yeah. The whole Friday thing it drives me nuts because you have to take the whole day off. So it's a complete waste of a day. But if the Eagles wind up winning, and then we get to go into Sunday with a win and not have to worry about it and be able to sit back and watch games, I'll be okay with that.
True.
Yeah. Luke says they seriously need to think about moving this game out of Brazil. Yeah. What are your I mean, dude, I don't know what to think because I keep seeing there's all these fires there. The air quality's bad. There's all these problems with crime. And then you hear people going, oh, it's overblown. It ain't nothing. So I mean, I've never been to Brazil. I have no idea what to think. So I don't know. I don't like the whole thing, to be honest. But it's not because it's Brazil. I just don't like being in that spot.
We can't really say much about it because we don't live there, so we don't really know what's going on. Always we're hearing these reports, but it seems like the players don't even want to go there. I mean, you're being told to stay in the hotel at this point. Like, can't even walk on the street with your phone's out. I mean, you can't be on your phone on a cellular device when you're walking through the streets of Brazil. I guess I don't know, but I know I know Nick Sirianni has put a lot of rules on the players. I don't know how bad it is.
None of them are going to be on Twitter. That's for sure. Because they can't. They banned Twitter there. So to me, I think the NFL should just protest that in itself. But they don't care about that.
No.
But yeah, it's crazy. JH, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Ricky Pearsall shot in San Francisco in robbery attempt. Stable condition. I hate my Eagles down there in Brazil. Unsafe.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall was going to sign some autographs. He was going, and he was in the crossfire.
Where, in San Francisco?
I don't know if it was in San Francisco. I don't know.
Was that? Sure. Did you say San Francisco? I won't go there. My wife used to go there. They used to go there for where she works every year, which is it's only like an hour and a half from here, but. I won't even go in that. I won't even go in this city. There's no need.
And we have a lot of Eagles fans going to this game in Brazil. I know Gail Saunders, some of the great guys over there are going over there. The flights are like over $2,000 a person to fly there. I don't even know if that's even round trip. I would think so, but we'll see. And the tickets are $900+ a seat. I mean, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Well, my thing is like Look, all the bullshit with all the stuff aside, I don't know what to think about all that. I don't live in Brazil. I have no idea. All I know is I don't like the spot from the beginning. Okay, from a football perspective, you're playing a home game it's counting as a home game in a neutral location in another country on a Friday. I just don't against a team that can literally be fighting you for it. This could have tie-breaking ramifications.
Mm-hmm.
If this was the Cleveland Browns, if this was, a AFC team that really isn't going to hurt you against the tiebreaker, that's one thing. But when you're playing a game that could really have tie-breaking implications, I don't like it at all. I don't think it should be not in Philly. It's an advantage to the Packers. If you're the Packers, you're saying, well, we got to play the Eagles, but we don't have to play the Eagles in Philly. They got to feel good about that. They have to.
Yeah, it's totally true. I mean, from the get-go, even when we hearing about this before the schedule came out, I already thought, at least if you're going to do this like week 6, 7, I don't know, off a bye week. I don't know. I mean, for the first game for this to happen, to start off and then have your home opener against the Falcons, you really can't afford to go be 0-1 going into that second week against the Falcons. That's just my opinion on it. So
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Nico and Steven, Philly, when are you going to be on Friday's game trying to schedule for us to watch here in Arizona? I'll be on probably about 20 to 30 minutes before kickoff. What time is kickoff again? Do you remember? Is it like
8?
It's an after,
maybe?
Is it 8? 8.
I
So
think
I'll be on 5 Pacific. Yeah, I'll be on about a half hour before the kickoff. Whenever that is. I took the whole day off, so I didn't have to worry about anything. So I'm all set. But I don't know. It's not gonna feel like opening. You know what I mean?
No,
game.
Who knows how many people are going to this game? I mean, I don't even know if like all the seats are gonna be like. I don't even know what the place even looks like. I haven't even looked at where they're even playing.
I imagine it's a big stadium. It's probably a big soccer stadium. Yeah.
Okay.
D-Love, thank you for the super chat, my man. Shout out to you. He goes, Nolan have to show improvement this year. I'm already concerned if he don't. I think Hunt will leapfrog him this year late in the season. He is better in space than Nolan with Vic. Also, I think it's going to be hard to keep Jalen Hunt off the field. I just think with his athletic ability, I think he's going to be on the field. And I think you're right. I think if for some reason, if Nolan Smith struggles, I do think that can happen.
Really, and I think this is Brian Ballinger had a video the other day. Okay, because realistically, like, who's the best defensive lineman on the team? It's probably Jalen Carter at this point. Between Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, it sticks with really both of them. So if you see a lot of these offensive linemen slide to protection, like you might think that Jordan Davis might get double teamed, but at the same time, if it's slide to protection, it might go to Jalen Carter's side because he is dangerous.
Well, teams started doubling Jalen. That happened at the end of last year. They started doubling Jalen Carter instead of Jordan Davis.
So you're going to see these one-on-ones across the board, and you're going to see who is going to come up and play big. We don't even at this point, like, who is the guy that's going to, when there's a minute and a half left, 4th down, this is to win the game. Who's going to be the closer for us? Who's really going to step up? And really, we talk about Reddick over and over again. I know people are pissed off about it, but realistically, like, that's regardless of what Reddick has done, what he hasn't done, you lost the closer. You lost a guy you could really depend on those really big moments to win the game. And we don't have that right now. I mean, you could lose Jalen Hunt for this first game with this oblique injury. I don't know at this point. So you're down another guy, a perimeter guy, probably one of our best. That's really has had a fantastic camp. Even Vic Fangio's really surprised over him. So it's very lackluster. We've talked about the defensive line being as lackluster as it is. So that's
I did a video today on this, and I truly believe it. As many questions as we have going in about the defensive line, I think at the end of the day, I think they're going to be fine. And the reason I say that is because to me, everything is dictated inside. With Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams. I mean, essentially, it looks like they're going to run a lot of 5-2 fronts. And I think that's a good idea. And I think Milton Williams will be on the field a lot. I think you get pressure up the middle. Okay. I think it will take care of everything else. Now, for some reason, if let's say, all right, so I said this in my video. Everybody always says to me, well, what about Josh Sweat? You never talk about Josh Sweat. And I said, because I penciled Josh Sweat into 10 sacks. Like, I look at Josh Sweat going, you have to get 10 sacks. He has to be a double-digit sack guy. That means I need one other person. And that's the person, which I don't know who it's going to be. Hopefully it's Bryce Huff. But if it isn't, for some reason, I truly believe Howie will remedy the situation with a trade. at some point. I do not think he will sit there all year and go through that bullshit.
No,
we've got the luxury to look at these young guys for the first month of the season and see what they got. But by the end of before the trade deadline, if they're not hitting home, he will go out and get somebody. I truly believe that.
Yeah, and you're going to depend on these blitz packages. We're going to have to blitz a lot, and that's what we're going to have to do. And talk about Josh Sweat as well. Like, besides him changing his number this offseason, really, what have we heard from him in this whole entire offseason program? Like, I wish besides 3 sacks against Fred Johnson, really realistically, what have we heard from Josh Sweat? I mean, it's a big year. It's a contract year. He will not be a Philadelphia Eagle next year. I mean, they restructured his contract, 13-14 fully guaranteed for the year. It's like I said, dude, it's like a mystery, but it's exciting because there's so many new faces, and like Vic Fangio might surprise us. I mean, who knows? I mean,
it's a mystery wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a riddle, wrapped in an enigma. Yes. Splendid said 8:15. Okay, that's when the game is. Yeah, I mean, we'll know. We'll know early. I mean, hopefully Bryce Huff will be the guy. I mean, the Eagles gave him big money. I mean, we've got to assume somebody's going to manifest itself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just somebody's got to work out. Squarian, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, it sucks that we have to waste a home game in Brazil. The year the NFC has more home games, plus the early bye week blows. Yeah, I mean. I just don't like it. It's against a team where, like, I could see the Eagles winning the division. I could even see Green Bay winning a division, and they're both, let's say they're both 12-5. Well, if Green Bay beat you that week 1 game, all of a sudden you're going to Green Bay and not playing at home, all because of a game that you were supposed to be at home and that you had to go out of country.
It's already enough they didn't play their start. I mean, if people ask, like, what's the biggest worry going into this game, it's literally the offense not getting enough game time reps in preseason. And I will say this over and over again. I don't care what we look like on paper. Been down that road before. We went down that road with how much talent we had offensively last year. Talent only gets you so far when teams figure your offense out. Okay, this is a new year now. So you go into this first game, not even with the Eagle fans on your side now that will be there to support you at a home game, which definitely helps. But now you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't have that support really. We'll see how many Eagle fans are there. It probably won't be enough. But at the same time, it's just one joint practice. That's what we're taking into consideration. You're not tackling quarterbacks to the ground. You're letting quarterbacks throw every ball. There is value with joint practices when it comes to specific positions, but for me, it's just not realistic enough.
Do you know how much Green Bay played their starters? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they did if they got any reps.
Yeah, I think some of the older guys that they've had, they sat a lot of those guys out. I mean, I know Jordan Love has played. I think we know that. I honestly don't know how much the other guys have played every single game, so I'm not really sure. But it wouldn't shock me if some starters did play. I wouldn't shock me. I hope so.
We're kicking it. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I take a high scoring game. Mm-hmm. And I think the Eagles will win. What did you think about the jersey combination that they're wearing?
I like it. I have no issue. Yeah. I'd rather do the, they've never had this combination before. So the black helmet. It's not horrible.
No, it's not bad. I think I like it better than I like the white on white. Remember somebody brought up, yes, remember the Chip Kelly white on white? Oh, dude, that was the worst. John Jones says, is Quinion Mitchell? Yeah, he's starting your slot. He's starting in the slot. He's your starting slot corner. Jolo says, 500 Joey, if the defense not getting sacks, do you think Howie goes will bring us Hassan Reddick? I don't think he'll bring you Hassan Reddick because I don't think the Jets would realistically trade him back to the Eagles because the Eagles wouldn't want to give up a 3rd-round pick for him. But I do think Khalil Mack is a guy to watch. He's already come out this year and already spoken highly of Vic Fangio. I could see him, but you have to be very careful with him. Mm-hmm. Or, if you want an outside guy, Trey Hendrickson could be a guy. Although I don't think Cincinnati's pretty stubborn, so I don't think they would do it. But I think if they're not getting home by the trade deadline, Howie will get another pass rusher. I do.
Yeah,
and you didn't like the name Khalil Mack?
No, I mean, I get the vibes. You know, the problem with a guy like this is that, like, LA should have at least tried to trade him, like, while his value was still up. Yes, it's a 17-sack season, but I felt like they should have at least tried to trade him earlier, or where it was, you know, the conversation was still hot at the time, then wait until this late before the season starts or during the season to trade him. I don't know. I mean, we're hoping he's playing. I mean, look, I mean, if Howie's going to look for a pass rusher at this point or whatever it's going to be, you're looking at guys that have one more year left on their deals, maybe 2 years left, maybe somebody that's a good rotational guy. Are you going to get a superstar? No. Do you want to get an old guy like that at 30? Well, I don't know how old he is. What, 33, 34? I don't even know how old Khalil Mack is. You know what I mean? So the Robert Quinn comes back in my mind when I hear this.
That's the rub, because those guys, they seem like it goes so quick, like in 1 year, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like he had 17 sacks last year. It's not like, you know, you thought with Robert Quinn too, it was like, okay, he had 17 sacks, you get him. You figure, all right, if he gives you half that, you get 7-8 sacks from him. That's pretty good. And he just had nothing left. And that's what you worry about. But when I do watch Khalil Mack, I'm like, I think this guy's got at least two good years. Yeah. Crush, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Kenny Pickett is a shining star. I can feel it. I just think you have gas, my man. That's gas you're feeling. No, you're right. He is a shining star. Shining star at McDonald's. Nah, I don't know. In all seriousness, I haven't seen anything from Pickett that makes me think that. You know, I'm just being honest.
No.
Snoochie Boochies, yes. Shout out to that movie. Man, Wheeler. Oh, is he? Damn, I don't have the game. Nolan got to do something in practice to impress Vic. Even if he gets snaps, in my opinion, I don't even want him out there. Well, I mean, he's going to get some playing time, right? They're going to have to roll him in.
They don't have enough.
I mean, they have to. Clark's, he gifted one Philly 500 membership. Man, awesome. Thank you so much, man. Whoever got it, congratulations, but thank you for gifting that. Appreciate it. I'm trying to catch up to this chat here. Jay Graves, thank you for super chat. Goes, I'm worried about our linebackers and coverage. The middle of the field gashed, especially by the tight ends. I mean, that's been a problem. I actually feel pretty good about our tight ends. I mean, not our tight ends, our linebackers. I like Devin White. I think Devin White's going to be fine. And I actually think that we've got some talent at linebacker. I think that we just need time to let them develop. But I actually feel better than I felt in recent years at linebacker.
Yeah, even elevating Oren Burks to game day was great too. He had a really, I mean, it was horrible that he missed a lot of the offseason program with the knee injury. Then really flashed a lot in that final game. I think I agree with Philly on it. Like I feel good about it. Like, should have Nakobe Dean played in that last game? Maybe a little bit, maybe a series he should have played or something. But seems like he's ascending in a good direction. But it's all about what these guys look like on game day. I think Devin White's going to be good. Zach Bond, I'm very iffy about, because like I feel like I just haven't seen enough with my own two eyes. The Eagles have seen more than what we see because they're at practice. And you know, Trotter Jr. is just getting better and better every single day. And to be honest with you, I wasn't a big, like, let's draft Trotter Jr. I wasn't on that train, really. I was the one that said it probably would be a wasted pick. I don't think he's going to produce as much as he did. I didn't expect him to produce as much as he did. So I'll say that. But I was actually really surprised. I really was.
I sweated, 3 rounds? I'm like, why are they not picking Trotter Jr.? That was torture. And then finally, it was like, I like Trotter Jr. I even like Ben Van Sumeren. I think he's got tremendous upside too. Anthony Perry, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Love the black omens with the white jersey. Black socks are better though. I didn't think about the side. What are the shoes? Are they wearing black shoes?
I think they
should
are
be
black
shoes.
They should be.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting combination. I still would love like a Kelly green and black mix. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, or away Kelly greens, so make them white Kelly greens.
Well, that's what I want. I want your green helmets at home, white helmets on the road, and then your alternate black helmets. That would be cool. Colton B, man, thank you for the super chat. Brazil is mainly Packer fans. That's their team. Is that really true? Colton,
that's what I heard.
Is that true? Really? So we're the home team playing where the fans like them? What the hell, man? So it's gonna be like a road. See, I hate this. Chris Scott gifted one Joey Shake channel membership.
Hey, that's awesome. Whoever got it, I don't know who got it, but whoever got it, I hope you enjoy for some of the extra stuff that's going on. So,
since in honor of Daz being in here, what do you think about Nakobe Dean, man? What are your thoughts on him going into the season?
Like I said, I think really since that open practice where the fans really cooked him. Because it was really embarrassing. I think he's staying number one. He's staying healthy. It seems like he's gotten better. You know, I need to see more from a coverage standpoint. I don't know if you're going to get the best strength out of him there, but I think as a downhill linebacker, I think he's going to give you a lot, and I'm hoping he makes some noise. I think he's ascending, but like I said, it's a game to game, year to year league, so we'll see. We'll see how he does. Like I'm really praying. I'm really praying he does really well. I'm hoping he turns it around. Really good.
Yeah, J-Dog, what's going on, my man? How are you? I think they said Ricky is okay.
Yeah, he's fine. Stable condition. Okay. I think.
What do you know? What kind of? I don't know. Who knows?
He got shot.
Whatever it is.
You mean what kind of? What kind of shot?
Well, what kind of bullet? Where was it? You know.
I don't fucking know that.
Did he get shot in the ass? Did he get shot in the shoulder? Did he get shot in the arm?
I have no idea.
Balls? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Hey, 500, if there's one team you want to play in the postseason, who you want? San Francisco? You want the Whiners? I want the Cowboys. I would love nothing more than to just destroy the Cowboys. If Kellen Moore got the Cowboys in the playoffs and we just go in there and destroy them, could you imagine oh my God, the hurt by Cowboy fans? It would be glorious. I would take that, but I don't think that'll happen because Dallas could never make it far enough in the playoffs to get there.
True that.
You know, I think the pass rush is going to develop and take 4 or 5. Well, I do too, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we've got time to let these young guys play and try to develop, and you know. If they feel like by the close to the trade deadline it's not happening, then go out and get another pass rusher. But I'm telling you right now, if Josh Sweat does not produce, that's a problem. Like I feel like out of Huff and Nolan Smith, somebody's going to rise up and produce. But like Josh Sweat worries me. Like if he doesn't go out there and get me double-digit sacks, I think that's a big problem.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Bryce Huff really has to. I mean, I don't know what he's going to look like as more of a guy going in coverage this year, taking him out of position really from last year with the Jets and the heavy rotation.
And the problem, and this goes along with Josh Sweat also, is like when these guys don't play at all in the preseason, how are you supposed to judge a defensive lineman? You can't. Watching drills is not going to help with defensive alignment.
There might be, when there's no pads on, there's like the look at defensive lineman. You can see how fast the guy is, but other than that, you can't. There's no physicality with no pads on. I mean, when the pads come on, that's when it's real. Joint practice for defensive linemen, I don't think it's that bad of a value, but still. You can't hit the quarterback. You can't, you're stopping. So in your mind, it's all mindset. When you're in a joint practice, as a quarterback, you're not going to get hit. You're not going to get dragged to the ground. You're not, then you feel this comfortable ease because it's not a game-like situation. Throw somebody in the fire in a preseason game, it's real. Like, it's no holds barred. Like, it's going all the way. So, you know, I get it, dude. Like, look, when Vic Fangio was at like what the first a few days in the training camp, and he was like, someone asked, oh, you know, I don't think he's he's not a 3-down back. You know, he can't be a 3-down edge rusher. It's like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, is he that out of shape? Is he that, he was in a really heavy rotation for the Jets. So as time went on, he has said he's trending in the right direction. So whatever that means, I don't know. Hopefully he's a lot better. Hopefully his motor is a lot better and he can handle. Really, it's a 10 sack guy, 10-digit sack guy for 1 year. That's what you paid $17 million a year for, which I don't think it's a bad signing in a more aggressive scheme. But when it comes to him being in coverage, and I haven't seen enough of these guys, these edge rushers in coverage. Josh Sweat, and particularly, like he even said last year, he hates when Patricia started putting him in coverage. He hated it. He couldn't stand it.
Well, I mean, the criticism that people give Reddick about the way things finished off last year, Josh Sweat was doing the same thing, they said. So, he was almost, if you remember, he was almost the guy not here. So, I don't know. Anthony Perry, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, 49ers all season has been rough. Don't wish that shit on no one. No. Vikings off season also. Oh, yeah. Tough off seasons. No question about it. You hate to see anybody.
Yeah, potentially going to that first game, 49ers going to that first game, they probably won't have Trent Williams. Ayuk might not be playing that first game just because of how late the signing was. I think he needs to have a certain amount of practices before the first game, and I don't think he'll make the cut for that. So they could lose Trent Williams.
He'll probably be on limited snaps. He'll probably get like 8 to 10 snaps, something like that.
Yeah.
Lucius, here we go. Lucius, the show, man. Thank you for super chat. He goes, the NFL executive that thought the Brazil game was a great idea should sat a fat Richard. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I don't like it. I just don't like it. Like somebody asked me this, and I'll ask you because I'm not sure. Out of all the European, games in Europe and overseas or in Mexico, how many were like big important games? Like I can't think of any that were like division games or like mega going up against a really good team. Like I think this is the toughest game like out of the country we've seen.
Well, that's why they're not making these games late season, because it wouldn't be fair to either side to, with no home field advantage, going somewhere else. Like, I don't think I don't know. Like, I don't like this situation. Like my opinion, I hate playing.
He's just chilling.
I hate playing internationally, period. I don't like it at all. Like, I don't know. They're trying to expand. I get it. But if it's in an area where
the worst was that game in England with Jacksonville. That I hated that. I don't know if you were streaming back then, but I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to stream that game.
Yeah, fuck
I started streaming at 5 in the morning. I hated it. Shout out to all those Eagle fans that live overseas that have to get up at 2 in the morning to watch us play.
Think about this though. Like, you're going to Brazil. Like, what if I'm knocking on wood here. Like, I do not want this to happen, but if an incident happens, like, there's got to be heavy security around these teams. There's got to be, right? So if anything ever happened in Brazil, like where something went crazy and players got involved, not because they initiated it, but what if something happens, someone gets hurt? There's gonna be a big lawsuit that happens.
I don't think anything will happen. No, I'm sure there's safe areas where they're going to stay as long as the players don't venture out. That's. But then again, I don't know. I mean, I don't know now. Jay Cott says the 5-man fronts with all our ball hawks defensive backs are going to be great. Vic likes to run. I agree with you. I like the 5-man front, to be honest with you. As long as I have Jordan Davis, especially, I like it. Anthony Perry, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I hate they took our home game. Sucks. Yeah, it does. It does. I agree. We are in full agreement with you, But, I mean, it is what it is. I have no idea what the weather's going to be or anything like that. When did they travel there? Did they leave already? Have they left already?
I think they I don't know, actually. I'm not sure if they did.
Yeah, I don't know either. But we won't know. They won't be on Twitter. That's when you'll know.
Well, they could be on Twitter. They could be on Twitter.
No.
Wait, no. They're not. They're bringing their cell phones.
They're not. They cannot be on Twitter in Brazil.
Not even the hotel.
Blocked. No, you can get in trouble. You get fined by the hour. Like you cannot go on Twitter. It's like unless they have some American like exemption. No, they can't go on.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's completely banned. So I don't know. Nobody's going to be sending us some Twitter updates. And says Philly, my homie tried to riz this girl with a guy. He had Aurora, bro. It's crazy. He's supposed to be a Sigma. He must be from Ohio. Unlike me, I'm so confused. What is he saying?
I have no idea.
A guy has no aurora, bro. He has no aura. It's so crazy. He's supposed to Sigma, but he must be unlike me. I am Mr. Skidbitty. Okay.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
I'm officially lost.
Yeah. I think I understand. They won't be on Twitter, but the team media will be on social media.
Okay. Well, yeah, they would have to be. I mean, yeah. Well, they record all the warm ups. Like, what are they? What? So, like the intern, the fucking
not Twitter.
All right. So they recorded and uploaded later. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what.
It'll probably be on Facebook, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? I don't really care. I won't be on Twitter anyways at that point in time. I'll be streaming the game. Let's see here. Wheeler, what inning? I don't know what inning the game is in. Philly 5, what's your score prediction? Think back. I got 33-24 Eagles win. I think I got 31-28. 31-28 Eagles.
Yeah, I had 34. Yeah, I had 34-28. That's what I had. I think it's still going to be a close. I think it's going to be a close game. I mean, really, it's just because of the offseason program. I think we talk about Nick Sirianni taking a step back. Really, the only time I think he has kept, I think, like I said, the training camp practices, I think, have been very demanding. And some of the older vets have said that this is like one of the toughest training camps they've ever had. So, Vic Fangio talked about, if I could do 2-a-days, if it was legal, I would do it. He said that really early into training camp. You know what I mean? So it's just really how they go by these starters getting real game reps. Game time reps in preseason. That's really what I'm worried about, being stale, ungelled, not gelled enough, looking just, communication. I don't know. I mean, I think it should tighten up, like, because we do have adjustments. Like we're actually going to have adjustments this year. Okay. With Kellen Moore. So hopefully they will band together and we will be fine. It can't last that long if they have a slow start.
I mean, a few years ago they played Atlanta with no practice, and they went out and just completely destroyed them. Last year, New England, they started off like the first drive or so was good, and then they went cold that whole game. So, but it was raining and whatnot. It was hard to remember. I just think that early in the season, I think the defense is going to be behind the offense, and it's going to take some time to gel. That's what I think. But I think Barkley's going off. I got Barkley 165 yards and 2 touchdowns this game.
So, you better run them. You better I think you're correct. I think the number one thing they really have to do in this game is get the run game going, and Saquon has to be. We need to get this run game gelled together. Like that's the number one thing. I think I don't have any shame on the receivers of getting it together or anything like that. The number one thing is getting Barkley in the mix and getting him his carries and get him. Let's get him hot real early. And I think that's the really important thing right now. So
yeah. Lord Von says 100% a statement game. Listen, if you go in and you bury that team, I think it is a statement. Now, there are some people, I've seen some people say, well, Green Bay's really not that good. They got really hot at the end of the year, and then they came up against a Dallas team who's going to choke in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean, possibly, but I think they're pretty good. Like,
chat, what was their record?
Pretty good team.
What was Green Bay's record last year?
I mean, I think they're pretty good. And and if you look at teams all seasons, they've had one of the best off seasons with the Eagles. They're right up there. So I mean, I think they're a good team. I think this is a 2 top 4 teams in the conference. And if you go out and you beat them, it is a statement, and it puts you way up because now you have one of those big 4 wins in your conference. And I'm telling you, that game could come back and haunt both these teams at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I really believe it.
Yeah, 9-8. They were 9-8 last year. Okay.
Yeah. A Price says, I feel like I was in OBX last week. When are you going? Where are you going? I'm going. I got a place reserved in June next year. So I'm planning for June. So next June, when me and Joey take that month off, like that first week shakedown's over, I'll be going there. I'm trying not to fly. I'm trying to actually drive. And I want to drive cross country and then spend maybe even like another week up in the Philly area visiting family and stuff.
Hey.
So, so we'll see. Saquon will have 1,000 rushing yards and 500 receiving. I think so too.
That's easily.
I think so too. YouTube Pump Life says they was 9-8. They were 9-8 last year. Really? Wow. I thought they had 11 wins. That's interesting. And I agree. I agree with your statement about examining. I can't find a comment anymore, but about these executives having their heads examined about them going to Brazil. I agree. Matthew says, record doesn't matter when you make the playoffs. Look at the Giants when they beat Green Bay, San Fran, then the Patriots all the way. But, the Green Bay kind of did what I wanted the Eagles to do look at Jordan Love, right? Like, he got hot at the end of the year. They got hot at the end of the year. That's what I think the defense can do, right? If this offense can carry you, win some high-scoring games, then I think the defense at the end of the year will start playing good, and then they catch fire. That's how you make a run. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
We got over 600. We got about 630 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hit that like. Make sure you guys subscribe. Click the link in the description. Go sub up my man Joey Shakes.
Shit.
And we have a bunch of new merchandise out. I have an ad I'm still working on. Joey, I know you put some stuff out, but we got some really cool stuff. So click the link in the description, either one of our channels, and go check out. Just go check out that stuff.
Check it out.
I'm telling you, you're gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's 33 seconds left in this Notre Dame game, halftime.
Oh,
I bet the first half. I took the Notre Dame to cover 4.5. They're gonna cover it, and I took the under. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit myself. Shout out BetUS. I just hit myself a nice $200 parlay.
Boom.
Brooks, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, we better be able to properly tackle. That's always an issue in these early, like the first 4 weeks of the season. And it's not just an Eagle problem. It's a league problem. They can't tackle. And then the amount of penalties is always so absurd. And thank you for that super chat. JFB, thank you for super chat. Goes, how mad you be if Gainwell gets more snaps like 20? Oh, if Gainwell gets more snaps than Barkley, I'll lose my damn mind. I will lose my damn mind.
And I know they like him, but they treat him like he's a dual threat back. Like they treat him like. I think.
Do you remember, dude?
He's gonna be good this year. We have to realize
he's that good. He'll be better. How good is he?
He's good. I have to eat my words. I mean, he's had a really good offseason. He's on a contract year this year, and I gotta eat my words. We gotta eat our words sometimes on some of these players. As long as he's not taking too many reps away from Barkley, I'm perfectly fine. He's probably the number 2 back right now, most likely. So,
dude, you realize last year, if he doesn't get hurt in that first game, we never would have known what we have in Swift. Swift would have rode the bench all year. All year.
What was that like that 200-yard game he had that against what was it? What who was it against that when they gave him the ball constantly? What game was that last year?
Which game?
Where the game Swift got a lot of, I think Gainwell got hurt and then he had
that was the new he got hurt. He got hurt in the New England game.
Yeah,
so then the following week, I think we played Monday Night Football versus Minnesota, week 2. And Swift, they had to use him, and he went off. He went completely off. And I was going, I told you to use him. I told you to use him. And then as soon as Gainwell came back, boom.
Reverted right back.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Twiz, my man, goes, not getting my notifications. What's up, 500 Joey? What's going on,
Twiz?
Yeah, man, that's what happens around me. You're not going to get notifications on my channel. You're not going to get – you're going to get unsubscribed. I'm going to get throttled. And you know, and the censorship continues. It's just ridiculous. Jacob, thank you for a super chat. My man goes, hey Joey, my mom said don't come by after the shakedown. She stubbed her big ass toe. You just ruined Joey's whole night. He ruined his whole night. Damn. That's all he was waiting to go see your mom. You know? He was going to go see your mom. Your dad would have been. Oh, well, I'm not supposed to tell him, right? About you being his dad. No.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Not now. Another day, maybe.
Another day. Tell him, yeah. Wilk says it will be Philly under 500 this year. Says the Cowboy fan with no running game. Boy, I can't wait to watch them totally collapse. What a bunch. Oh, man, I can't wait to watch Dallas lose. Danny, thank you for the super chat. He goes, GW lost 6 yards to set up a safety against Tampa. Oh, yeah. Who was that? GW. Who's GW? Is Greg Ward, is he talking about? I remember the Tampa game, but who's GW? Why can't I think of it? Is it Greg Ward? Was Greg Ward on that team last year? Dude, I kid. These games all run. They all blend together after so often. Thank you so much, though. I do remember the safety.
Gainwell.
Oh, Gainwell. Yeah.
Come on, that's not. You can't say GW for game. Just say KG. GW.
Yeah. Anthony Perry, they were super chat, man. He goes, dude saying Barkley's wearing a life alert necklace. Dak the one rocking a cast of bums ankles all season. I mean, from what I heard, it's like they're having a Walker, like old man Walker races. You know what I mean? In Dallas, who's older, Zeke or Dalvin Cook? That's the question. They stink.
They signed Dalvin, right? That's official.
Yeah, they signed him. Yeah, I actually think that they needed to do that. I don't know what he has left either. I don't think he's in. The problem is see, I think let's say if the Eagles would have signed Dalvin Cook, like to me that would have been a good signing because he's behind Barkley. With Dallas, he might be the best running back that they got because Zeke don't have anything left. So they really have, in my opinion, they have two guys that are at the very best number twos. That Dallas is going to be in trouble. I think, I really do, Yeah, Andy Perry, thank you for that super chat, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's talking about. And Tony Holmes says, 500, you hear about the 49ers rookie, Ricky Pearsall shot? Yeah, I heard. I mean, let me tell you, San Francisco isn't a good place either. I won't go down there. I won't even let my wife go down there. Martin, thank you for super chat. He goes, Joey, I saw my mom's grinder and I saw you in there.
Isn't grinder for like
it's a sandwich?
I know what it is. I know what it's for, but I'm not gonna say it on the stream what it is, but I know what it's for. It's dating. I don't know. It's for
is it dating? It's like a dating app?
Yeah, but it's for a different, I'm not gonna say it, but whatever.
What for like freaks?
Freaks of nature, yeah. Which
it was like people that fantasize about like rubbing a nub.
all right.
I fantasize about a guy with 3 fingers. I want to just rub that nub all over. I mean, what is that's disgusting?
Sunshine and rainbows, bro.
Yeah, sunshine and rainbows. Kellen Moore, Memphis Tigers playbook will have Hurts throw 20 picks this year. Yeah, sure. Like he's the reason you lost in the playoffs last year. Is that what it is? Oh, okay. I was thinking it was like it was for like people with like fetishes or something.
No,
but they're saying no. Okay, I was thinking it was like I want to see what a person with 3 fingers or one person a nub, or I fantasize about Jason Pierce-Paul when he blew up his fingers, or who knows. Jacob Davis Super Chat, he goes, Double ARP has become a sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. They will be donating canes and wheelchairs for the running backs. Yeah, I heard they got a good plan over there. I heard that the Cowboys, like seriously, like I heard that Cowboys team is like, it's like the NFL's early retirement community. It's like when Tony Soprano has to send his mom to a retirement community. That's like going to the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. It's a retirement community.
Retirement community.
Pack Attack, David Super Chat goes, why did my pack have to face your Eagles in week 1? Why? I think, and thank you for Super Chat, Pack Attack, I think you luck out. Like I think you catch a break because you're not playing us in Philly. I think it's a break. Martin Perez, they were Super Chat. He goes, treat her right, my good sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Treat her right.
Okay.
Anthony Perry, what Dallas going to do next year when Dak leaves? Oh, I don't know, but the video that I cannot wait to watch is when Mark Holmes has to make that video. That's, you know what I mean? Tracy, welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining. I think is it me or you, actually?
I see 2 up there.
Oh, okay. So I got one.
I think we both got one. Appreciate you joining us, man.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mysterious Speculation member for 51 months. Hello, my name is Jonathan. Joey's heterosexual boyfriend. Do you still think Devontae Smith will overtake Brown for wide receiver?
I'm turning this fucking thing off. I'm done.
Oh man, it's great. I love this chat.
Good for you. Good for you.
I love these people. These people are our people. These are our people.
Your people, not my people.
I love them. I love these people. They're the best. Keep it coming. No, I think Devontae is going to have a big year. I do think at some point it's going to happen. I do. I think Devontae is. And listen, AJ Brown is one of the best right now. So he might not take him this year, but I think their numbers are going to be a lot closer this year than it was last year.
Yeah, it should be I think you're going to exploit. I don't think we've seen Devontae Smith's ceiling yet, and that's really scary. Throwing to him in open space on hot routes and crossers, it wouldn't shock me depending on, they might move Devontae Smith to the slot at times. They might move him to the inside upon certain matchups. Like that's what you're going to get with Kellen Moore. So it's not going to be a basic lineup and play. It's going to be adjustments after every series of what these players are seeing and how they can win these matchups. So, dude,
I was watching. They were at practice, and they were putting out little stuff when they were doing drills, and you would have Devontae run a route, and then Jahan Dotson run a route. Dude, the way Dotson was running the route compared to Devontae Smith was like night and day. Like Dotson needs to just spend time with Devontae, because Devontae is so perfect in his route run, dude. He really is. And Tracy, thank you again for joining.
How do you feel? How do you feel about Jahan Dotson going into this first game? Like, what are you really expecting from him?
I think he gets like 3 catches, 20 yards. I don't expect a lot. Give him time, you know. But I think by like week 6, week 7, I think he's going to be good. Ishmael Damer Super Chat goes, super hate on my Eagles. We shall see. Even Justice League hated Batman, and we got 4 Batman.
Let's count how many damn Supermans.
That's true. That's true. But we got like all these Batmans at like the same time. I still didn't like the vampire Batman one.
No, no.
I mean, I got like literally like food poisoning while I was at that theater while the movie was playing. I don't know if that's the connection, but I didn't like it that much. I rewatched it again, and I was like, this isn't that good. I don't know if I just can't stop thinking of him as a glowing vampire. You know what I mean? That stupid movie. I hate that movie with a passion. Mm-hmm. What is it called? I don't remember. Vampire movie that he's in.
Yeah, I forgot. I know
with the girl that's like.
Yeah.
She looks constipated the whole movie. I hate that movie. My daughter likes it, like the first one. But this is such a good movie. I'm like, it's stupid. The guy sits there and watches her sleep. He's a friggin' stalker. I can't stand it.
You know what matches really well with Eagles football, Philly?
What?
Tulsa King. Couple weeks.
He's like, I love that show. I love it. I love that show, dude.
Yeah.
That show's so great. I love the taxi driver in that show. The driver that picks him up and becomes his. He's like, you work for me now. He's like, oh yeah, I do. Yeah, awesome.
Philly will be texting me at 12 o'clock. You see Tulsa King? I'm like, yeah,
I know, I do. I like Tulsa King. That's like when the football day is over and I've done all the videos and we work 12-hour days on those days. Mm-hmm. It's like that. I just like to shut off, not think about football for a little bit, and I put Tulsa King on. That's what I do. But I'll tell you a show, dude. I saw a movie and I seen it before and I watched it again. I don't know if you ever seen Guy Ritchie's The Covenant.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, dude! It's one of the best movies in the last 10 years. How that movie? Well, I know why the movie didn't win an award. But it should have. It was friggin' awesome, dude. It's a really good movie. But man, yeah. J Dog says no neck 500. Thanks, buddy. I'm growing a neck this football season. The girl under Joey Shake's desk. Oh my God, look at her. Joey, I've been working hard all night. Show me love.
How many minutes we got left? Oh, great. We got like a few minutes left. I can't wait.
Joey's gonna show you the bonus plan tonight. Bro, thank you for the super chat. He goes, the tight end position still concerns me. Yeah, you know what? Thank you, Brooks, because I almost
we totally forgot about that.
We didn't talk about this. What the deal with Goddard? Like, I don't think he hasn't been practicing. Like,
Mr.
Is he going to be healthy? Mr. Glass.
He's the next Mr. Glass. I don't think he's going to make it the first game, dude. It ain't looking good. It's not looking good right now. And there's no number 2 on this team right now. Jack Stahl is I think good for obviously whether you're at him as a second tight end or a blocking scheme or because he's great at blocking at the line, but there's nobody. I'm not going to say they didn't try to get another tight end, but I don't know. It just wasn't enough. It's horrible. It's horrible right now.
Yeah. I think tight end worries me. I can foresee the draft next year. I can already see it right now. Top 2 picks, tight end and pass rusher, edge rusher. Those are your top 2 picks already.
Agreed.
Yeah. Mr. Glass. Yeah, well, he did take that shot. That dude knocked him out silly. Got it. Remember that picture of him getting knocked out?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Glass Joel. I used to call him Glass Joel Goddard. The Covenant was my shit growing up. Don't rematch it. It shouldn't hold up. Like it was like no. It was like 2 or 3 years old. It was like 2 or 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a soldier who gets hurt, and the interpreter basically brings him to safety, and then they basically won't let the interpreter come to the United States for whatever reason, and he's stuck behind enemy lines, and the guy feels so guilty that he can't go on with his life. This guy saved his life. He goes back and gets him out. It was good. It was really good. Let's see. Are you guys streaming? I will be streaming. I will be streaming the Ravens Chiefs game Thursday. It's a Thursday. I try to do most Thursday night games. So yeah, I will be streaming that game. I don't. Are you streaming Thursday night game?
No, I'll be streaming the regular Eagles game this next week. I'll be streaming that as well.
Yeah. It's a Jake Gyllenhaal movie. Yeah. It was good. It was one of those movies. Yeah, it's a great film. It's one of those movies that's like, you don't. Daz told me about it, and I watched it, and then I rewatched it recently. I was like, man, that was a good movie.
Yeah,
it's just not a lot of good movies,
Unfortunately, no.
You think Covenant Teen Warlock movie? Yeah, no, I never saw that one. At least I don't remember I did. Let's see. Philly, I'm asking you how much weight you gotta lose. About 350 pounds. I'm gonna lose 350 pounds. When you're Philly 550, according to people, and I have no neck, I have to lose 300 pounds. I don't know. Realistically, between 80 and 100 pounds is what I want to lose. And then kind of go from there. I think that'll be enough, but who the hell knows? Anyway, in my game plan, we don't pass to our tight ends because we will be covered by McKinney. I would target Smith and Dotson, which are the real mismatches, until they sell out of the pass. Then I'd run with Saquon. I definitely think that I think in this game, I think Saquon's option one.
Yeah,
I do.
Be. Yeah.
I know. I tell my wife every day, look, I got no neck. Tulsa King was straightforward for me, but it was the first season, so I understood. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, the premise is a little bit like it would never happen, but I liked it.
Great.
Let's see here. Pump Life, and they're losing the wild card. Yeah, losing 8 pounds with no neck. Yeah, every 10 pounds is 1 inch of neck gained.
God.
Dude, I get this guy. I get these. I get this email. Like it's kind of calmed down now, but for about a week and a half straight, I got it every morning. Was like, "Good morning, Philly 500. I just wanted to remind you, you have no neck." That was the email. Or look, neck wearing mother.
How do they know your email?
No, I mean everybody knows. Yo, Philly 500 Yahoo. And then it's like I can't believe every day. So every day I was getting up, drinking coffee, reading my no neck emails, and I was just like, telling my wife, I gotta get up now and go read my no neck emails, and I laughed my ass off, dude. It was funny. It hurt my feelings, but it was funny still. Anthony Perry, David Superchat goes, Midnight Mass on Netflix was interesting. Is that a horror? Is that a horror movie?
I have no idea. That I have no idea.
Stop being triggered by the no-neck mafia. I know, right? Joey, are you hyped for Terror 3?
Oh, Terrifier 3? Oh, yeah. I already got tickets for the first night for Wednesday night.
I'm sorry.
Wednesday night.
What is that?
Let's just say, you probably have to watch it by yourself because it is probably one of the most brutal horror films I've probably seen in years. It's a franchise that's out, so pretty good.
Yeah. Drew Mitt says, "Hey guys, Phil, you ever seen? Yeah, Manchurian Candidate with a remake with Denzel Washington. Yeah, I was an extra on that movie. I remember. I was the guy that sat in for Denzel. Jada, I know you're kidding. But yeah, Manchurian Candidate was interesting. I just watched The Sopranos. The ending was a cliff. I hate the ending. The only reason that Breaking Bad is my number one show of all time over Sopranos is that ending.
Because it's continued on top of it with Better Call Saul and obviously El Camino. El Camino wasn't great. I wish it was better, but
I liked El Camino. I thought
okay.
El Camino was pretty good, But I think that world's over now, though. I mean, I don't know what else they're gonna do in Breaking Bad. My wife keeps getting all these fake memes that they're coming back.
I know. Every time I've seen those,
I'm like, that's not real. They're not bringing Heisenberg back. It's not turning into some crazy.
You would be. Movie. I can imagine how you would react to that. You would be like,
I wouldn't like it.
No,
I wouldn't like it. If he brought him back,
no, not Bryan Cranston. No, that would make no friggin' sense.
No, the world. Yeah, I don't mind him. I wouldn't mind something involving Jesse and finding Jesse
They already gave Jesse a good ending, so it's like
but something happened where the government's looking for him, the people are after him. They somehow
just
go
lose
to
him?
Saul and help Saul, and Saul makes a deal to get out to help. Something like that I think would be interesting. Martin Perez says, Joey, did you see Alien Romulus?
No, I haven't. I want to see it. I'm probably just gonna wait till it gets out on digital, and I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, Jimbo says 500. How do you guys feel about Jalen's comment about Kelsey?
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that either.
No, what are your thoughts? I mean, to me, I think he's probably telling the truth, and I don't know. I just think it's one of those things where it is what it is, and whatever.
If Kelsey wanted, yeah, like I'm saying, if Kelsey wanted to take all like the call the protections or whatever, and take a little bit off of Jalen Hurts' plate, that's perfectly fine. I have no issue with that. So really working with Jalen Hurts, working close with Kellen Moore this year, they're going to take what Jalen Hurts says out of context. Oh, he doesn't know how to, defend the blitz, and what's going to happen when this happens. And he didn't even do that. He's not a great quarterback now because he can't even make the calls at the line. And, there's nothing wrong with that. It could take an off season to be perfectly fine with that and get used to it. I'm not worried about it at all. I think, there's a reason why he's been very successful this offseason, especially in training camp. I understand like there hasn't been any preseason games involved, but I have no issue with Juergens, and I have no issue with Jalen Hurts making the calls when he has to. So I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah, go F yourself, my man. Oh, you know what? I'll be responding. I did see your email. I'm gonna respond to it. I haven't had a chance to respond to it yet, but I will. So look for that probably tomorrow. He says his top 4 shows: Wire, Sopranos, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad. I'm in agreement with 3 of the 4. I've never watched Game of Thrones, so I can't say.
Same here.
So. I would go Breaking Bad 1, 2 Sopranos, 3 Wire, and then 4 Better Call Saul. Those would be my top 4. The Wire is fantastic. Anthony Perry, thank you for super chat. He goes, yeah, it's a horror series, but it's Death Angel or Vampire. It makes you think. Interesting. It's interesting. You never understood the Wire. If you watch it again, you'll probably get it. Wire is good, but each season's got a different kind of different message. This is the last shakedown until game day. We can get a prediction. Yeah, I'll give you an early prediction for the game. I got 31-28 Eagles. Yeah, that's what I got.
I said 34-28. So
Joey's got 34-28. Yeah. So we're both thinking along the same lines. Yeah, you'll like The Wire. Apparently there's a show that's almost like a continuation of The Wire. I just found it's a couple years old. I haven't watched it yet. The Outer Limits was a good series. I never watched it. For your information, the home team in São Paulo Stadium wears black and white. Their hated team wears green. Howie's a genius, going to have 80,000 screaming Brazilians on our side. I hope you're right. I mean, that makes sense. I like the comp. Listen, if they said that our combination for all away games was that, I would have no problem with it. I wouldn't. But they got to win. They just win that game. Brooks, thank you for super chat. He goes, in a violent nature made my body ache.
Oh, that film! I actually went to theaters to see that. It was a few months ago. It's like you're literally following a killer the whole movie. Like there's a lot of walking and a lot of following, and there's kills that are pretty good that pay off. But it was a little too much walking and following a killer for a while. A lot of people were pissed off in the theater. It was kind of nuts.
Right.
So,
Jordan Brown says, "What about the show Power from Star? I never heard of it. I never heard of it. I don't think I have Stars, but I've never heard. I'll have to check it out. I don't know anything about it. Stranger Things. I like Stranger Things. I like it. You don't like Stranger Things?
I never watched it.
Oh, Stranger Things. I like it. I think you would like it a lot. It's good. It's good. Fabio Davis Super Chico goes, I'm tired of Dallas always being hurt. Trade for picks. Who's Dallas Goedert. I'm thinking Cowboys. Yeah, I worry about Dallas Goedert. He's already banged up. And the thing is the backup tight end that you have to be there for him is also hurt. You know, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's. I don't even know if they even keep him for another year at this point. I mean, they might keep him for another year, but he's got what, 2 more years left. I think he's got 2 years after this year. I don't think they're keeping him until he's 30. At least his last year is what, 26, I think.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Power is really good. I'll have to check it out. I'm always looking for some series I haven't watched to watch, so I'll watch it. Have you ever watched Hancock? No, that's a movie, right?
No, I know. It's just the way you say shit. Like,
what did I say?
Nothing. It's just you say shit. Sorry. Never mind.
Have you checked out Snowfall? Similar to Breaking Bad. I've never heard of it. Game of Thrones almost got me killed with my wife. That show is more like an adult film TV show. Oh God!
I used to have, when I worked at the grocery store, I used to have guys like come into work and I'm like, they'd be fighting about the show. I'm like, what happened now? Like every week, everyone's arguing about the show. I don't know. Like every week, people are arguing about it. Don't know what's going on, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Anthony Perry, thank you for Super Chicken. Stranger Things is like good 80. Yeah, it's very 80-ish. If you remember the 80s. Well, I don't know if you were around the 80s, but yeah, it's got that 80 vibe, like an 80 movie vibe. You know, it's cool like that. Stranger Things is good. The problem with Stranger Things to me is that when you have kids that age, you've got to bang out those seasons quick because they get too old.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the kids are all grown up.
Yeah, sure.
You know? It's like 5 months, all of a sudden they look like they aged 20 years. Easy, a 500. If you want to get invested in a show for a few months, go watch Game of Thrones. Yeah, I always say I'm going to watch that, and I just, for whatever reason, I haven't done it yet.
Your Honor. Did you watch Your Honor with Bryan Cranston as the?
No,
you got to watch that. You got to, like, he's a Bryan Cranston is a judge that covers up. He's a judge of the city that covers up a murder that his son committed by accident. Like it was a hit and run, or technically a hit and run, and he turns into, protecting, and the person that his son kills, like a mafia member, like a mafia's son. It's a really, really good. It's Bryan Cranston. You got to watch it. It's just because it's Bryan Cranston. He's so good.
He is good. Texas is a horrible city. I'm sorry for it. I know you're kidding, but it stinks. Philly ain't better. But you're not gonna get an argument from me. I won't even go there. I won't go anywhere near there. 500. If you have Apple TV, go watch a TV show called Seed. It's about a blind hunter. The guy plays Aqua and plays really.
Oh,
okay.
Jason Momoa.
I'll check it out. I do have Apple TV. I do. Brooks, thank you for Super Chat. Are they making a new Friday the 13th film? That's for you.
Series, yes. Film right now, no. Someone just took over for the new series, probably coming out in a year, maybe. So that's happening. I know that.
Yeah. Anthony Perry, thank you for Super Chat. The synthesizer music in Stranger Things 80. Yeah, it's got a huge 80s vibe to it. It does. Jameson Smith, thank you for Super Chat. Backdoor Slot 9 was the worst porno ever. Backdoor sluts. Does he mean sluts?
I don't know what he means.
Or slots.
I'm not
sure if that's on purpose or accident.
Probably on purpose.
I thought it was going to be a U. Oh, probably because you didn't want to. Yeah. Well, I'm stupid enough to read the comments, so that's why I get censored all the time. Let's see. I've never seen House of Dragons. No.
What is that? Is that Game of Thrones like prequel? Is that like
I think that's a spin-off of it. Yeah. Cobra Kai is pretty good. Cobra Kai is all right. The premise of Cobra Kai was great. Anthony Perry, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, Your Honor was heartbreaking, tough to watch.
Yeah, you're on the edge of your seat in that first season. They did a second season. The ending to the second season was like at the end, but it was still a good show.
Yeah. So welcome to the Philly Shakedown movie critic.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on tonight. I have no idea.
Yeah, we just went off on a tangent. JMB, thank you for super chat. He goes, Your Honor had amazing concept but bad execution. Okay. I
agree.
6 out of 10. Stranger Things season 4 was incredible. I don't care what you say. I've gotten into K-dramas. What's kid dramas? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You know what? Season 4 was the last season, right? Of the last season of Stranger Things was, it was one of the best ones, which is like really good. But the thing is here's my issue. That the last season of Stranger Things was like 2 years ago. I can't even remember what the hell happened. I don't like when they go that long, like between,
I get it. Yeah, sometimes like the well runs dry. When they should stop at a certain point, so I get it.
What's your all-time favorite NFL theme? Sunday Night Football. Yours is, mine would be Monday Night Football, the old Monday Night Football. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
They don't do that anymore?
Dun, 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 dun,
I don't know what they do on
Monday
I don't
night.
even know.
That's Monday Night Football. That was my favorite. Jose Davis super chat goes, WV linebacker Josiah Trotter, pretty damn good. Josiah, I don't know who that is.
West Virginia linebacker.
West Virginia linebacker. Know. It's not. Trotter don't have another son, is he?
I don't know. Draft him.
Trotter's going to be popping them all out. They're all going to be Eagles. I like the old TNT Sunday night theme. Sunday night theme, TNT. I don't remember what that. I like the old Monday night. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
Dun, dun. But see, back in the day when I was like younger, like Monday Night Football was it. That was an event. It was like a huge event. It was like, I mean, it's nothing like today. Like everybody, the Monday night game was like the big game, the music. I mean, it was incredible. And it was like, when you're young, you're like, I remember like having to go to bed and I would like sneak out of my bedroom and I would be like looking down the stairs at the TV watching Monday Night Football. And then my dad would be like, hey, go to bed.
Go to bed.
Or he'd be like, hey, come here. And then he would let me like sit and watch it. And sometimes I would, it was cool. Anthony Perry, you all should do movie podcasts. Joey Mask. There you go. Yeah, maybe one day we'll do that like in all season. I think we're just ready for the game to begin.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think we've talked about everything all season. It's just like, all right, like there's nothing to be said but go play. You got to go play now. 500 used to get his haircut like Howard Cosell. No, I didn't. Fabio, thank you for the super chat. John Madden best brought. Oh, without question, it's not even close. Madden Summerall were the best.
Did you buy Madden, by the way?
No.
Why not? Why didn't you do it?
I don't know. I after the first game I probably will, but I don't know. It just Madden stinks anymore.
I get it. 100%.
Did you buy it?
Fuck no. I got it for free last year.
So did I.
Yeah, we both got it for free last year. It's the reason why I even touched it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. They need to update it. What they really need, we need NFL 2K back. If they would come back and bring football back and upgrade it, they would force EA's hand. Rogue says the worst thing that ever happened to computer football games was the NFL exclusive license to EA. Worst thing that ever happened.
They're using the same software from like the early they're using that Frostbite engine, which is the oldest like early 2000s software. It's like out of date, and it just
it's just they need to revamp it from bottom up. Like I would love a concept where they include VR on certain things, like where you could put on the mask like almost like a helmet. I think it would be cool, but if they need competition. They've got a monopoly on NFL exclusivity, and it ruined it. If the Cowboys suck, do you think the odds are in favor they trade for Parsons? In our favor to trade for Parsons, they're going to need picks. I don't think that Dallas would trade you Parsons. I don't think it would happen. I think that Dallas would not trade. He has to become a free agent.
Philly, realistically, from what Parsons has even like really since he's been drafted to everything he has said, and sometimes throwing his team under the bus at times, realistically in his heart, do you honestly think if he thinks the team is going nowhere, do you think he resigns with the Cowboys? And I'm being realistic. Do you think Micah Parsons resigns? Like, will he want his money more than if he thinks the team is not going to win in the future? Do you think internally he knows they can't win, that they're not going to win, or it's going down a bad slope?
I don't know.
One stack.
I think it'll have to come to money. From what I've heard about Parsons' asking prices, he wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback player ever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so, I can't really.
We'll see. But yeah. I mean, you just got to wonder. I mean, Dallas, the way they handle their contracts, and this is what Cowboy fans don't understand is by waiting so long, and
mm-hmm.
You're paying now CeeDee Lamb as a top 2 receiver. Now you're going to have to pay Dak as a top 2 quarterback, and then you're going to have to pay Parsons as a top player. So it's like how you just can't afford all that.
Yeah, this is what happens when you wait so long. But why do the Cowboys, like, this is what they do? Like, it's always they never meet in the middle with a player or like a play. Like, look what the Eagles did. Like, they signed 2 of their receivers so damn early. And you wait this long for CeeDee Lamb. And why does Dallas have to make everything they have to make every player high price? Like, everybody has got to be the highest. It's got to be the attention of being the highest priced guy. They can't do that with every guy.
Right.
Nobody meets in the middle. Devontae Smith, like he got a lot less than we expected. I didn't have Devontae. I had Devontae Smith being on the Eagles last year. I mean, we talked about, do both of these guys stay? I didn't have AJ Brown staying for his whole career in Philadelphia just because the money just makes no sense.
And I think that's a reflection of Devontae Smith. Like, yeah, I think Devontae Smith, by doing what he did, he opened the door to get AJ Brown extended. That does not happen if AJ Brown, if Devontae doesn't take what he took.
True. I agree.
Yeah, and to me, you got to be loyal down the road. We've got to be loyal to him. Maverick, they were super chat. He goes, that flying Frenchman should be 99% off. Hey, what was so bad about the way Cooper DeJean played?
Why is everyone so butthurt over this shit still?
What he did? What did he do that was so bad? I thought he was pretty good. If you look at the first pass right in the end zone that's out of bounds, that was decent coverage. That was a great throw. It was a good throw. The guy couldn't get 2 feet down. Then there was another pass where he pushed the guy out of bounds. He makes a great tackle in the backfield. He got a penalty because he was being aggressive and he wanted to hit somebody. I mean, I thought Cooper DeJean played perfectly fine for his first game as a first game back. I mean, he wasn't that bad. What are you talking about?
He got better. Yeah, he definitely got better. Like, I don't get, like, he hasn't hit since November. Like, what do you expect? Like, a first game
what was so bad? But where was the bad play? I thought he was pretty good. I think he's a safety. I look at him and I'm going, I think he's an instinctive player like CJ. I think he'd be better fit safety. I'm not saying he can't play corner.
His tackle,
but I think what did he do so bad? I liked it. He hit the guy and he got a penalty, but he wanted to get into the action. We've seen defensive players that don't want to tackle or hit at all. So Mav, what was wrong with Cooper DeJean? Put a 1 in the chat if you liked Cooper DeJean's debut. Put 2 if you didn't like it. I'm just curious.
Under the circumstances, not just under the circumstances of where he was.
Q looked better. Q should look better. I mean, he's had every. Listen, Quinyon Mitchell was the best secondary player in the draft, in my opinion. So, I think he should be better.
He's a first-round talent. We literally stole him, dude. I mean, offensive players were coming off the board till the 14th, 15th pick. Like, he landed in our lap. He landed in our lap for a second year that this has happened to us already. Jalen Carter landed right in our lap, dude. Like, we haven't seen the best from him yet.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I was thinking we should raise the price of that shirt after that performance.
Lucius says you missed a super chat, by the way.
Oh, my bad. Let me go find it here. I did, yeah. Lucius Shadaver super chat goes, Josiah Trotter is Jeremiah Trotter's Senior's youngest son. Is it really? Are you serious? I did not. So he's got another kid in college. Damn. Let's draft him too.
I won't be surprised.
Yeah. Sure enough, says Dijon was just late to the party. He'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, obviously he was. You could see there was rust early on, but I mean, you look at that one pass he throws. I don't have it here. I'd show it. I thought the coverage wasn't that bad. You know.
No. I mean,
I think Ultimate Gene will be better off as a safety. I do. I think DeJean can play corner. I think he could play corner. I think he could play all those positions. And I said, I believe he's a Swiss Army knife that you've got to use in that way. I think safety. He looks like a natural to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. People say he's a safety. That's what I think too. You know, I'm indifferent. He showed me some bad things and good things. Kid needs some more reps.
But does it make him? But that's the thing. Like, you're saying he needs more reps, but it's good or bad. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he needs more reps, just say he needs more reps. You can't say he's good or bad.
Eagle fans are the best, though. They're the best. The guy comes out, hasn't played over a year, and people are like, he's a bust. He stinks. Like, I remember being at my uncle's house preseason one year. First pass of a preseason game. McNabb one-hopped it. He gets up screaming. My Uncle Phil, he gets up screaming, the season's over, this guy sucks. And he leaves. And he leaves the room pissed off because of the first pass of preseason one-hopped. That's how we are. That's just how we are. But I don't know. I thought DeJean was fine. Listen, I don't think you can say, oh, he's a star.
Yeah.
Although I think he is a star at safety. If they put him at safety, I think he will be a star. Your pal Bigfoot David Super Chick goes, a white cornerback is harder to find than me. I heard they're making a comeback.
And that's another thing too. Like they make this whole argument during the preseason game. Like, the commentators thought, white athletes said, I don't know. Like, I don't get why, there's been a ton of white athletes in the NFL that have been very successful in their careers, and they blowing this shit out of proportion.
I don't even think about that.
I don't either, but I heard it and I was like, so what? Who cares? Like, I don't get it. Like,
yeah,
if you could play, you could play. I mean, that's
you either could play or you can't play. You're either an athlete or you're not an athlete. And before the draft, remember the first time I remember coming on here after watching tape and going, Joey, I think he's a safety. It took 10 minutes of watching him to think that. And I still think that, Quinyon Mitchell was literally the best he was the best corner in the draft. He might have been the best best player in the draft defensively for the Eagles that they could have gotten. To me, it was the perfect guy.
But what you're hoping right now is that they don't turn this Quinyon Mitchell situation into a Landon Dickerson situation where they do like him at that nickel spot too much, and then they decide, you know what? Because who knows what if Isaiah Rodgers plays really good this year, and they say, hey, we're not paying Quinyon, we're not paying DeJean. Isaiah Rodgers, who knows? The Eagles might throw him some money. I mean, I'm not saying that, that it could, that it's going to happen, but it could happen,
Yeah. Jado says, you all watch WNBA? I do not. I do. I couldn't tell you. I could tell you two players.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I could tell you two players. That's it. KJ, David Super Chick goes, top 5 least favorite players in Eagles history. That's such a hard thing to do because there's so many that who was the damn, I can never remember his name. Who was the damn pass rusher that was opposite of Trent Cole? Had 13 sacks one year and then did nothing. Didn't even try the rest of the years after he signed a big contract. He's probably the Eagle I hate the most.
I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah. Anthony Perry, thank you for your super chat. He goes, Christian McCaffrey is the top back right now. People get over that. Yeah. I don't know. It's just I just think people think it is a good storyline. I don't even care or think about it. If you could, like Joey said, if you could play, you could play. If not, then then you can't. I just want the best players. I don't care who you are, where you're from, just as long as you can play, as long as you're good, I'm with you. It wasn't Curse. Who was it? It wasn't Connor Barwin. I forget the guy's name. Taylor said, I think people crap on his player just being sheep following the narrative. I saw DeJean play okay. I've been criticizing the pick since he was drafted. And there's nothing wrong with criticizing the pick.
No,
I mean,
of course not.
look, there was the one linebacker. What's his face? God, it's slipping my mind. But we talked about there was a linebacker they could have gotten. I have no problem people criticize the pick, although I liked the pick. Yeah, Jason Babin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, dude. Talk about somebody who just didn't even try. See, I don't even consider Orlando Scandrick an Eagle.
An Eagle? No.
I don't even consider, but he wasn't. He started so much problems.
Derek
Barnett. Edrin Cooper. Yeah, I mean, Edrin Cooper they could have drafted him. So I think he's in Green Bay. Shit.
Yeah,
Riley Cooper's one of my top. Yeah, Riley Cooper would have been one of my top 5 most hated.
For a lot of reasons. For a lot of reasons.
But just more than one. But I just was like, why is this guy on the team? He's not good. He had one good game versus the Raiders ever, and he's stunk.
One good year, really.
Oh, Cooper's in both. I thought he went to Green Bay. No, Derek Burgess was good. No. Coop is an edge at linebacker. They got him at edge. Interesting. No, Jordan Matthews, I didn't care for. I didn't like Aguilar.
Nah.
I didn't like that pick. I mean, there's guys you don't like as players, but like the one thing with Babin was he didn't try. Like he got paid and he didn't even put any effort in. It was, and he was so cocky about it too. It was like, yeah, Byron Maxwell stunk.
God, that was. Oof. That was. He almost gave up almost 200 yards to Julio Jones the first week. I remember that, like the first week of the season. I remember.
Yeah. Okay, Green Bay chat saying Green Bay. Okay, it's Green Bay. Yeah. Nelson Aguilar, talk about like you can't go on one preseason. I think first preseason game, first pass, he caught it like a screen pass and ran like 30 yards for a touchdown. Sean Constantine stunk. Todd Stinkston stunk. Man, Stinkston pissed me off. I remember I thought Reggie Brown was going to be good. Like, I thought we were getting like a Devontae Smith light type guy. Like, I thought he was going to be good. He stunk. There was a lot. I mean, there's been a lot. Ty Detmer, I couldn't stand him. Could not stand him. There were guys that just you didn't like. Yeah, Frizzell. I remember Frizzell. Isaac Jenkins. Yeah. Danny Amendola. Yeah, we had Danny Amendola. Chip Kelly. Yeah, Jaquai Parker. Yeah, I mean, there were some really bad players. What about late Nate Allen? He's the next. He's going to replace Brian Dawkins. Come off it.
Donnell Pumphrey. Oh my God. We jumped in front of the Cowboys for him, and that guy had the vision. That guy had no vision at all.
Dude, the lights went on, and it was like,
I don't know where I'm going.
He was just like, he looked like a deer in headlight. Yeah, Mike McMahon stunk. Yeah. Is Vic top 3 left-hand quarterbacks ever? I don't know, because I don't know all the left-handed quarterbacks.
That's a good question. Actually.
Was Boomer Esiason left-handed? I can't remember. I'll say this though: the one thing I'll never forget about Michael Vick is going to an Eagles game, and I was like, it was at Jacksonville, and it was like I was like 7 rows back. You could probably find that game online. You probably could see me in the audience. But I'll never forget watching him throw. Like the flick of a wrist. That ball was like 80 yards downfield, dude.
Shit.
The guy had an incredible arm. It was interesting. I mean, there's been a lot. Yeah, I was not a fan of Derek Barnett.
Dude, I remember you came on my stream. I think it was before we even had the Shakedown, I think. You came on, I think, during free. I don't know when it was. And we were talking about Barnett. And then as that stream went on, like, he got that 2-year deal, like, during that stream.
Oh, my God. I will never forget that. Well, my most disliked video of all time is my reaction to him getting drafted. I posted one of those live reactions, and I went off. I broke my sunglasses. I was so mad, and people were like, "He broke Reggie White's record. He's gonna be good." And then he had a good rookie year. They won a Super Bowl. He made a big play. I'm thinking, all right, I was completely wrong about him, but it turned out no, I wasn't. Anthony Perry, thank you for super chat. Number 47 is going in reverse. Number 47 going over 74.
47?
47, 74 would be reversed. So who was 74? Jameis Winston, right? King Dunlop. I remember King Dunlop. Winston Justice. That's what. Yeah, not Jameis Winston. Winston Justice. Yeah, he stunk. He was supposed to be good. There's been so many bad players. I mean, what about Danny Watkins, a 27-year-old rookie fireman? Why would you draft him? Lucius, Phil, you remember the defensive end Darren Howard had one good year and then became a bum. I remember the name. So you like Colin Cowherd theme, the guitar that goes, I don't know if I've heard it, Kush. At least I don't remember it. Dingbat John, thank you for super chat. Yo, 500. What's the Eagles game what's the last day? Last Eagles game I attended was in Arizona. And it was Chip Kelly was the coach still. That's how long it's been. And it was like the game before he got fired. They got destroyed, dude. It was I just remember I drove like 6 hours to come to this shit. Because I drove from Vegas. And it was like I had just moved there, and I was married, but I was visiting, and I was visiting my parents. And from there, we went to the game, and yeah, that was it. It was like I want to say it was either the game or the game before Chip Kelly got fired.
Okay,
I tell you why I got caught when I used to work at UPS. I used to drive for UPS, but before you drive, you would work nights, like 3:00 in the morning, unloading trailers. And I called out sick and went to an Eagles Monday Night Football game.
Hell yeah!
And there was a play where a guy catches the ball, and then he falls down, like he fell off the chair, like he fell down the thing, and it was like a big deal, and everybody was talking about it. But I guess whatever camera angle, people were like, "Hey, that guy looks like me," And then the next day at work, like when I returned, they're like, "Hey, we saw you on the whatchamacallit," and they thought they were just kidding, but it was really me.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm sorry." And they're like, "Wait, you really were there? We were just kidding." And I'm like, "Never mind." Yeah, that was funny. Anthony Perry, thank you for the super chat. 47, Nate Gary going in reverse. Oh, Nate Gary. What do you mean going in reverse? I don't understand what that means. Kevin Curtis. Yeah. I didn't like the Kevin Curtis signing, but he had some good years though. When they wore that stupid yellow blue, I hate that, the Franklin B one. Hated it. Let's see. I should have been a Cowboy.
Yeah, yeehaw.
500. Are you doing a stream for the Cowboys or Niners games next Sunday? I will be streaming the Eagles game on Friday. I will be streaming the Cowboys game on Sunday, and I was thinking the Giants game, but we'll see. I'll probably do a doubleheader on Sunday. But I'll be streaming Thursday, Friday, and then a couple games on Sunday. I was okay with the Ronald Darby trade when they traded for him. I was also okay with the Golden Tate trade
at the
Corral,
time.
but
Yeah.
I liked Buckholter. I actually liked Buckholter. I thought Buckholter was pretty good second backup. I've been to so many games, man. I remember games at the Vet, at the Link. I was at RFK before Washington moved, and then I was at FedEx Field. Remember the play where McNabb is doing that like the jeering move? I was literally right behind that end zone. He did it like 7-8 rows up, right there. So I remember all those things. I remember they traded Joey Shakes to the Cowboys. He was mad and he was throwing a fit. They caught it on camera too. It was so funny.
Would have jumped off a cliff at that point.
Yeah, James Trash. I was not a James Trash fan. They had so many receivers they could have gotten instead. Wendell Smallwood.
I don't think he was. I think he got better every year. He was an average back. I don't think he was anything amazing, but I thought he got better every year.
Yeah. Yeah, he was,
you hate on everybody, dude. You hate every damn running back they bring in here if they're not getting paid a lot of money or something. I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you, I love Ricky Waters. I love Charlie Garner. I loved Westbrook. There's a lot of running backs I like. I just don't like Wendell Smallwood.
Is that cat sleeping right now?
Oh, yeah. This cat's been sleeping the whole show. Tracy hot take. Schwartz was my favorite defensive coach Eagles have had in a long time. Wow, that's pretty good. They had some really good ones. I'll tell you the most.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the most underrated coach that nobody ever talks to because they forget was Bud Carson. Everybody remembers Buddy Ryan defense, but people forget that Bud Carson became the defensive coordinator of that defense. And added some, different elements that really took them to another level. Hall of Fame defensive coordinator, but he was really good. Yeah, I love Calvin Williams, Freddie Barnett. Yep. Joey, how many games have you gone to?
My lifetime, probably maybe 12 games, 13 games since 16, probably. Yeah.
That's not bad. First game I ever was at was the Eagles versus Patriots. Randall Cunningham made that run around that 45-yard run. I was way up there, though. It was real small, but yeah. The Vet, dude, I don't know if you ever was at the Vet. The Vet was the worst, but it was the best. It was like really intimidating. It was really just like a concrete just dungeon, dude. And if you had to go to the bathroom there, you were screwed. It was the worst ever. The lines would be out. It was the worst. I remember going to the vet, and I would never drink or eat or anything. But it was intimidating. Let's see. Mark Sanchez. Yeah, I didn't like Sanchez. I remember Barry Gardner. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
No, with Sanchez when he went to that Carolina game, I remember that Carolina game. He was on fire that game, and like Jet fans were like sick to their stomachs over it. And because that was really the first time where I would say a better time where he had a lot of weapons around him in that offense. But
did he beat Dallas on Thanksgiving? Didn't we crush Dallas on Thanksgiving Day with him? I can't remember.
Wasn't that the season we lost like the last 4? I don't know. Like we lost 4 games.
It was a Chip Dip Kelly time.
Like we missed the playoffs that year, didn't we? Didn't we lose like 4 straight, like right after Thanksgiving, and then we didn't make the playoffs. I don't remember. I don't remember that. Maybe I'm not sure.
I thought it was, but I can't remember either. Some of these games just blend in after a while, But I mean, it's going to be an interesting year. I will say this: out of all the years I've watched the Eagles, I don't think I've ever seen on paper this much talent on offense. I don't think they have any weaknesses on offense. I really don't. Not starting. Maybe when you get into depth, but
right.
You just take the starters. Nah, there's no weaknesses. I think this got the potential to be the best offense in Eagles history by a long shot.
Golden year, golden era.
Yeah. We went 1-3 in December that season. Oh, okay, yeah. Nate. I used to call him Late Nate Allen because he was always late on every play, and we gave up a second round pick. We used to get him. That was like right when we lost Brian Dawkins, which was idiotic. Do I think Terrell Owens ruined? No, I think Terrell Owens. I think there's a good case to be made that Owens was like right, and I was wrong.
This whole
Anthony
time,
Perry, thank you for the super chat. Sounds like the players want to play the game and leave immediately from Brazil. They didn't sound too happy. No, when I heard Devontae Smith go, no comment. I knew they were like, they don't want to go.
Nope.
It's crazy, right? Nico says 500. My uncle Chicken worked for a company that sold electrical and plumbing to the vet. 45 years for the same company. He hated the vet. Yeah, the vet was a nasty play. It was bad, but it was like in terms of football, it was very intimidating. If you're a road team or if you're a road fan, it was just different, man. And I loved it for that, but I just hated going to it because if you had to go to the bathroom, and you're talking like I'm 14, 15, 12, you have to go to the bathroom, like the lines would be out. It would be insane, dude. It was like, it was horrible. So I just would never eat or drink when I used to go to the vet. Link was so it was much better compared to the vet. Not perfect, but better. Anyways, we probably should end this now. We're just ranting and raving here. We went an hour and 46 minutes. I'm sorry about that. But
no, it's all good.
Is there anything else, man, that you want to say?
No, I think we covered everything. By the time we do the next shakedown, it'll be post game on Friday, and we'll be talking about the first game, and we're hoping we want to get in there, get the win as fast as possible, get out of there, get healthy for the home opener, our actual home opener, and we'll be ready to go.
Yeah. It says acknowledge him. Acknowledge who? What are you talking about? Acknowledge him. I don't know who you're talking about. All right. I don't know Twits. I don't know who we're talking about. But anyways, guys, we want to thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. And next shakedown will be a post game of week 1. We will see what happens. But shout out to you guys. Kenny Jackson was good. Hurts 500. Acknowledge him. Hurts is great. What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't get what's going on.
Somebody named Hurts in here. I don't know what they said. If I missed any questions, it's not on purpose. Peace. Thanks, Joey. Thank you. Hey, man, look for an email. Go F yourself because I will be giving you a response tomorrow.
Look for the email. Go F yourself, Philly. Just kidding.
No,
I know.
He emailed me and I read it and I didn't respond today. I was going to respond earlier, but I didn't. So I'll respond tomorrow. But thank you guys so much. We'll be here this week. Of course, I'll be streaming the Thursday night game, Friday, and then Sunday, and then Joey will be streaming the Eagles, and we'll be doing Shakedown. So I'll be live a lot next week. Yeah. With that said, we out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dad! That was on you, Dad! That was on you, Dad!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! Trying to feed the Lamb! Trying to feed the Lamb! You tried to feed the Lamb! You got to give it to C. Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dad! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.